Hello everyone, this is Tim from Watch, and welcome back to a new video for our series Countries in Eurovision 2026, our wish list, this time for Germany, for my country. And I'm still here with the lovely Panu.
Hello, I am still here.
Hi. Still trapped in the basement. Exactly.
So true.
We won't let you out until you finish this video. So let me ask you, do you have any candidates that you wish would enter Germany's national final
Actually,
next year?
Because I'm not that familiar with like German music scene, obviously, I only have one name. I have discovered this artist a while ago, and I think she makes great music. And actually, she took part in German national final this year, but didn't make it to the final. But I would like her to return. I'm talking about Cloudy Tune.
Exactly, I was gonna ask who is it, but I already had a feeling you were gonna say her.
Yeah, I think.
Yes, I do agree.
I think she has a lot of potential, and I'm kind of sad she didn't make it that far in the national final, but hopefully we will see her in the future.
Yeah, I mean, I think that she would have been just fine in the final. I don't think she would have won, but she deserved to advance, and it was stupid because they had the jury and the public couldn't even decide anything.
Yeah.
I would say that it wasn't her best song. I think she can deliver even better. Like Big Girls Don't Cry, I always think about that song. And she's half Cuban, which is really interesting. I don't think we've had Latino German represent us. Yeah, and her music is very urban, very fresh, like pop. I don't think I've probably heard stuff like this, but it's just hit the red spot.
Yeah. And did you have any artist you would want to see?
Yeah, I'm so glad you asked. So there's quite a lot of them, but I'm trying to go through them quickly. I have to say, as a disclaimer, I'm not really into the German rock / rap / hip hop scenes. So that's why I cannot really provide artists for that. And I don't know how that would even work on the Eurovision stage either. That's why I mainly have like pop artists, with one exception. So first of all, I would like to see back Madeline Juno. She actually competed in 2014 when she was just starting her career. And that was like her very early era when she only did English music, but she's been switching between English and German. And I've been a fan of hers probably for 10 years now. Even though I don't follow her really religiously, I don't know every song since then. But she has like a really small dedicated fan base, and she does do a lot of tours. And she even recently competed in a TV show, or not competed, but she took part in a TV show where they sing other famous artists' songs. Like they cover each other's songs. I think maybe you have that one too. And I think people fell in love with her and her way of singing, because she also had like a special kind of voice.
Yeah.
Very emotive.
I actually wasn't following wasn't following like national finals that year, but I have seen her like performance later, and I think she's great.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential. I mean, if she can do this at, I don't know how old she was. I think she was pretty young. She must have been like 18, 19, something around that age. And she's been very open with her like struggles on mental health and these things. And also in her songs, she had like one song called Sommer Depression, which is like summer sun depression. So I definitely feel that. Then I have another artist from our fan contest, which I sent. I'm very harsh on German music. I'm very harsh on the lyrics, and I think there has to be like, it's hard sometimes to find real gems that don't sound too generic, but they can still be enjoyed by a wide audience. So I think this singer, Simona, She has a really haunting voice, and I think we need a female ballad from Germany. Not a male ballad, a female ballad, because I think it's been way too long.
Yeah.
I can't even remember. I guess it was Ghost, the last one, but we need like a proper, like big vocals, big arrangement.
Yeah.
Really like melancholic.
Yeah.
And in German, please. I think she has lots of potential, and I would like to see her. I mean, she's pretty up and coming, but she does have some, like, she amassed some views and some streams. I think she is just the right size to enter and maybe get some more popularity and even represent us.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always like, you know, when we talk about national finals, I'm not really a fan of like big artists taking part. Like, obviously, it's good for like the national final itself, but I'm more of a fan of like more unknown artists. So yeah, I think if she's like upcoming and yeah, I think she could maybe gain more popularity through Eurovision, for example.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Yeah, I mean, we saw what happened when there's like big artists with basic songs, but they get praised for being famous. Basically, like in 2024, we had Mats Muske, who almost won, and he's been to Eurovision before, but everyone kind of knows him, and he won the Masked Singer season 1, and had like a big comeback. So when he competed with a boring ass song, people were like, oh, but he's so experienced and he's so famous and he knows what he's doing. But no, it's not the right choice. Yeah. Then I would propose Loy, which was also in the fan contest. She's also like an upcoming pop singer. But one thing about her, she does make German radio pop in English language. But she has like a really strong TikTok presence. Even I got some advertisements by her. And she's a redhead. I think we need to send a redhead. We need some diversity at least. She has like a good vibe. She had like, her songs are like pretty feel good pop. They're like about self-esteem and like you to get like, it's like a confidence boost. It's like feel good, and it's also really catchy. So I think that could work. Like Bala is really catchy too in another way. It's like obviously like electro pop or whatever you want to call it, but this can work as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Then I wrote down another artist that I sent to the fan contest. Yeah, there's a running theme. To be honest, I don't really listen to many German artists, especially not indie or up and coming and all of these. But I do have, some entries on the list. And her name is Alice Merton, and she's also Irish. I found that out. I think she has a really unique voice, and I kind of rediscovered her. I knew of her. Everybody back in the day sent her to fan contests in like 2017 with No Roots, because that was really catchy. And I think she did pretty well there. But she has so much more to show. Like, she has a very unique pop sound. Like, I'm not saying it's the most special thing ever, but it has something that grips you. And she mainly does English music, but who knows, maybe she can switch it up too. Another one that I can see, if for some reason the show became more popular or national final, and it's been some years since, I'm not sure if she had like a really big hit in the last 3 years, but Leia is like a really famous singer with a raspy voice. She had like really deep lyrics, and I used to stream her songs in like 2019, 2020, like the pandemic era. But I know she also had a lot of duets. She had like duets with a male rapper or like hip hop artists, and really diverse. She has, in my opinion, she has songs with a lot of atmosphere, and I would like to see also a song in German from her, obviously. That worked pretty well.
Yeah, sounds really interesting.
And then I have like 3 more, but I'm gonna go. I'm trying to be quick. I already have my monologue right now. I'm sorry. Then you can have one about the format.
Yeah.
Next up, I grouped them together because they are both Turkish German, which is like a common demographic here because we have a lot of guest workers who immigrated here. And Ayliva is like really popular as well, so I don't know if she would do it. And she just had an arena tour, and she's very popular with young people, like TikTok generation, like under 18, I would say, like teenagers. So they could help get the views. And she has a really haunting voice. She had like really dramatic songs sometimes, and like full of heartbreak or losses or like a cultural theme, the things that she is going through. And she recently disappeared from social media for some months, I think. And I saw her TikTok that she's like, "Hey, I'm back. I'm doing pretty well." But there was a lot going on. I wish that a lot going on was her secret project to go to our national final or be internally selected. But we can dream. And ELIF is like she's like a more of a rap R&B girly, but not that hard. Like it's pretty soft, it's pretty present to the ears, but it has something special because she also influenced it with Turkish rhythms and instrumentation sometimes. And she competed in this Eurovision copy that Stefan Raab did, who was our initiator for the last national final because he came back out of retirement. But he used to do like a Eurovision copy, like the free Eurovision, the free European Song Contest. Yeah, exactly. And she competed in the second edition for Turkey. So the only problem is I think that Eurovision supports Israel, so I don't know if she seems like someone who would be bothered by that and not apply because of that, and that's why we need Israel out.
Yeah.
And the last one, if Germany was really bold and I had to pick one man at least, if they were really bold and want to pick a risky choice, they can send Ski Aggu. He's one of the most famous people right now. He made a song with Jost, which is why Jost is kind of famous in Germany.
Yeah.
And it would kind of be the same vibe. Like you can say it's joke entry or like silly or, you know, really crazy lyrics. It's kind of like hip hop spoken word in German. It could be like a Tommy Cash, or you can compare it to Jost and Tommy Cash in a way. I think he could, with the right song, he could have a good result, but I also don't think he would necessarily do it, especially after what happened to Jost. And he's good friends with Jost, so probably not anytime soon. And that concludes my list for now.
Well, I mean, Tommy Cash is also good friends with Jost, and he still did Eurovision.
True.
So, yeah. But, because I don't have that many, like, artists I know from Germany, I'm gonna talk about things I do not want to see in German national final next year. And I'm
covers.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm gonna base this on the fact that German national final this year was probably my least favorite. Like literally, I can forgive like bad songs, but I cannot forgive bad format. Like I don't want to see 575 semi-finals where the participants sing covers. Like this isn't an X Factor.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see like multiple rounds where people cannot vote for their own favorites. I feel like that was kind of strange that even in the final, the first round was the way that the audience couldn't even vote. So I feel like people need to have more power. Although I don't know, do I trust German voters that much, considering...
What about our taste?
Yeah.
But I mean, I agree, but they changed that last minute. Like they were supposed to be in the final. It was supposed to be all televote, but they changed it again for some reason. I think it was the rigor of Bala. I think they just wanted to make sure they win.
Oh wow! And other thing that I kind of don't want to see, but I mean, this isn't like, I wouldn't say this. It would be like a thing that would be like where if this would happen, I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm not gonna watch this national final. But I don't really want to see like safe radio pop. I feel like German delegation has had a mindset for a long time that they want certain type of songs in the national final, and it's usually like safe pop. We haven't seen anything like experimental or risky, and I feel like it would be time to understand that Germany can take risks. You literally have nothing to lose. You don't even compete in the semi-final.
Exactly. Exactly. No, but I mean, when the most risky song is like a milder rock song, you have to ask some questions,
Exactly.
I think. And I don't know, like, yes, it's part of our culture. Like, German people, when they enter the music market, they're like, I think most of them also sing in English for some reason because they think they will make it big in the US or worldwide, but that's not the reality. And the German language songs are more niche or like other genres than pop. And I think that it's true. Like, I think actually it's probably like a kind of a Lena curse because she won with like the most radio pop song you can imagine.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, this works, so we should aim for this. We should aim for the English radio pop, the next hit in Europe or worldwide. But it doesn't work. Like when they tried this with 2022 in the national final, where they only accepted radio-friendly songs, and we still came last.
Yeah,
in the final.
exactly.
Yeah, that doesn't work. I know. So please employ me, SWR, if you're listening. Call me. My wishes for the format would be that we would keep the same national final, the same format, the same name for at least 3 years, maybe even 5 or more, to establish something that is. I'm not gonna say we're gonna have a German Sanremo because that's not realistic, but I want like a German, like a German UMK, because UMK made it out of the ashes basically.
Yeah.
But that has existed for longer. You know what I mean? I just want the quality of that. I would prefer to have 16 to 20 songs. I think that's adequate. I think we're a big country, we're a big music market. There can be a lot of variety if the right people choose songs.
Yeah.
I would have 2 semifinals and a final. I would have 8 to 10 songs in the final. And I would put 50-50 televote and international jury. I mean, online televote or phone, or 60-40 even. But I don't know if we can trust our taste, as I said. I would ask for open submissions. I would ask music labels in Germany for also like more alternative. Like I would ask a rock label or something else to get more diverse entries.
Yeah.
I would even do a songwriting camp with the Austrian and Swiss internal selections or collaborate with them because they have been getting really good results. And I would definitely collaborate with big names to get the youth attention and get them to watch it even if it's on TV, because I don't think they will necessarily live stream it on YouTube or they should live stream it on TikTok. I don't know. I really don't know. But I'm not saying invite them to be a jury or be like a co-host. I'm just saying people should talk about it before and about the songs and release the songs early, please. And if possible, if you have the funds, have a decent stage. Don't host in a studio, but in a small arena like Langsess Arena, which has like 20,000. I mean, for the first year, it can be a really small arena. It could be like 5 to 10,000. I don't know, but you will definitely feel that. Like there's always no matter how bad we do, there's always demand for tickets for the national final. Like it's always sold out really quickly. If you host in a studio, there's like only 500 seats or whatever. And invest in staging. You can have the best song, but if you don't do anything on stage, I think this year was a little bit better, but we need proper staging. We need like more inventive ideas. I think Melfest can squeeze out any like the most basic song, but they can give it staging so that it doesn't look boring on camera.
Yeah.
And I think we can do that. That's like my wishes for next year.
You mentioned you mentioned you want to hear more German, and I have to agree. One of the things I listed was I want to see more German songs because, well, I feel like also we haven't heard that much German in your national final, and now you had like this year you had a great song in German this year, so why couldn't we hear more of that? That would be great.
Yeah, we also have a poetic language.
Exactly.
Of course. Amazing, amazing. Do you have any other comments?
I feel like I have said most things I wanted to say. Like, you know, Germany, be aware that you
Do better.
Yeah, do better. You can take risks.
Yeah. So true. And with that, I'm gonna leave it to you, the audience. What do you think? Who should represent Germany in 2026? How do you think the national final will look like? What should we improve? Write it in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, give a thumbs up, subscribe so you don't miss any further uploads. We're gonna upload every 1 to 2 weeks until national finals. And don't forget to check out our playlist, especially for the 2025-2026 season. Yeah, stay healthy, stay safe, wherever you are, if it's day or night. And see you very soon. Thank you, Panu, for joining.
Thank you, it was a pleasure.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to have you. And see you in the next video. Goodbye.
Bye.